Well, it is. I thought I could get another day out of it.
There's a spot right there.
No, there. Oh. Damn it.
Yeah.
Look at this. I completely forgot to pick up a new pair.
Didn't you just take Carrie's shoe shopping?
Yesterday,
That is typical you.
my only other options are sneakers or winter boots. I do have those cowboy boots you got me.
Absolutely not. Those are for that Halloween costume, not to wear outside of the house.
You always get food on yourself, especially when you're distracted.
It was an intense meeting.
I'm sure it was. Your phone is off.
It is.
You told Arnie you're not taking any calls.
I already told you.
This isn't like all the PPT meetings that you missed. The meetings, the therapies that you couldn't make. I need you fully present today.
Well, you look nice.
Thanks.
You know, why don't you use a hot glue gun on this? You should hold for the afternoon.
You're a genius.
Yes, I am.
I am 100% yours. Arnie's aware of our situation. He is fully capable of running the show himself. You know, I have a car picking me up at 7 tonight.
I'm well aware. I scheduled it. Eric and Natalie will be meeting us at the house in an hour and a half. Isn't it a little early for that?
I'm celebrating.
Celebrating what?
You, my love. Always you.
Sure you are.
Those sweaters are nice.
Thanks. I'm not sure if I should go with the green or the blue.
What about that dress you wore to the firm's Christmas party last year? You looked great in that.
I have to dress nice for work every day. I just want to be comfortable. I don't feel the need to impress anyone.
Who says you have to impress anyone?
Oh, Eric, honey, I know you so much better than you think I do.
I know what you could use. A little liquid courage. Why don't I make you a drink?
I am strong enough.
Are you sure this house sharing is really the best idea? I mean, that transitional housing,
No.
the old line was
I-
beautiful.
I'm not going to listen to
Let me
this.
finish.
No,
Let me
Henry.
finish. Can't keep up this pace forever, Dory. You could join me on tour. Finally visit Marlon at Stanford. We haven't been there together since his freshman year. He's a junior now.
You know, I'm going to ignore the fact that you just suggested we put our special needs child into some institution so that we can spend more time with our typical child. Believe me, the last thing Marlon wants is a visit from his mother. And if we went on tour together, we would be divorced in a week.
Jesus, Tony. You're in a mood today.
Today is important.
It is, but what I wear isn't going to make a difference. Besides, Doreen is practically your second wife. She sees you every day in your jeans and t-shirts.
She doesn't like to be called Doreen.
Fine. Dora. It's Henry, isn't it?
Henry is important.
So he's some big shot on Broadway. He still shits and eats like the rest of us.
He eats better and shits on a heated toilet.
Are you saying I haven't given you a comfortable lifestyle? Being the husband of a corporate lawyer isn't enough?
I thank God every day for you and all you do for our family.
God has had nothing to do with it.
God damn it! I am so tired of being the only person who can actually see Meryl's potential.
That is just not true, Dora.
Well, just because Marlon was so easy and typical doesn't mean that we give up on the challenging one, Henry.
Dora's worried that Henry isn't 100% on board with this arrangement.
But this arrangement isn't normal.
Most of the last 17 years hasn't been normal.
After 17 years of therapies, the ABA, CBT, OT, PT, water therapy, music therapy, the list goes on. And then the countless doctors, vitamins, medications, diets. Holy shit, Dory! No one is ever going to accuse you of giving up. There comes a time when you have to accept who she is.
I accept her.
It's hard to believe Carrie and Meryl are almost 18 years old.
18 years.
You do realize we have the upper hand here in this scenario.
Well, we're all in the same boat. Besides, they own the house.
Yes, they have the house and the money, but Carrie is higher functioning than Meryl.
I wouldn't say that.
No one is going to take better care of her than I.
I can't argue with that, but you aren't going to be here forever.
Huh, thank God for that.
You're too nice. Carrie could live on her own. I'm sure she would need help balancing her checkbook, food shopping, and organization, but she's fully capable of learning to be independent. Just because she has autism doesn't mean she can't live a life like everybody else. Dr. Gray has told us this a number of times.
We have to get over there to the house soon. Anna should be here any minute.
Carrie's too old for a sitter.
Anna's a mentor.
Carrie would be fine on her own. She can call us if she needs us.
I wish I could be as confident as you.
Well, some of us don't have the luxury of time.
What does that mean?
With work, I haven't been able to be around as much. I've had to adjust to letting go.
I'm going to fix this. You know, I really like that dress.
You're more than welcome to borrow it.
So you got the notes on page 3, right?
I did.
So did you see on paragraph 3 that if she orders that shrimp Alfredo, she needs to make sure
To order the sauce on the side.
Yeah.
I've got this, Auntie. Meryl and I have been to the Olive Garden countless times. She's a pro.
Well,
Really wish you would have taken some time to do some fun salutations with us this morning. Meryl's doing so well with her practice. She's really taking her time and being present in the moment. I'm so proud of her.
well, the tapas weren't going to make themselves.
We could have helped you.
I was up at 5 a.m. This place was a mess.
It's not a mess.
You're right. I'm a mess.
No, you're not. You're just really tired. Can you sit for a moment?
I don't have time for that. I've got to
And
go.
for once, listen to your favorite niece.
My only niece.
I'm pretty sure I would be your favorite. Sit, please. You are the poster child for a heart attack.
Well, there's been a lot to do.
Take a moment. Look around. It's beautiful.
It is. Thank you, Lovey.
I have something for you.
Oh,
Can you take a deep breath?
are you kidding?
Auntie, please.
Oh my goodness. Fine. Very happy.
You're getting there. For you.
You know I love presents. It's beautiful, Lovey.
It's amber. I made it. And
Oh.
with every bead, I said a little prayer to give you peace and strength. Amber represents strength and endurance. It'll help you be more relaxed, be open to new ideas, and bring you luck.
Well, why the hell am I taking Zoloft? I should just be popping these babies.
This is to remind you to take care of yourself. Meryl, Henry, Marlon, and I, we all need you.
Oh, Marlon, that boy has never needed me.
A child always needs their mom.
Your mother loves you.
That's a conversation for another time.
I know, but she's doing the best she can. I love my necklace, and I love you. I can't cry. I don't have time to put on more makeup. And I have to open the wine and let it breathe. you have a lunch date with Carrie.
It's gonna be okay.
Of course it is. I have Amber.
Yes, okay, all right, then you're going to be just fine. The previews are a week away. Just think of them as rehearsals. There's nothing to worry about. You are going to be fantastic. Look, dear, I have to go. No, it's not about your costumes. I'll be there this evening. Now, go do a bang-up job. I really have to go. Bye-bye.
You gave out your personal phone number.
I had no choice. When Minnie found out I wasn't going to be at rehearsal, she was about to have a nervous breakdown.
Not my monkey, not my circus. No, honey. The phone, hand it over. No, you obviously can't be trusted.
You know, you're the only person on this earth I would give this to.
You're so romantic.
Today is going to be fine.
Yeah, well. Honestly, Henry, did you have to bring so much liquor? That's, you're, now, don't drink too much and don't talk too much. Okay?
All right, let's go on with the show.
Hello. Hi. Oh, it has been too long. Natalie, look at you. Wait, you've gone down a few dress sizes. You must tell me your secret. Eric, you look so fancy today. Henry, come on over.
Hey all, good to see you. Eric, Natalie, I like to stand back and let Dora have the center stage. That is where she shines.
God, Henry, that's ancient history. Come on in. Come on. I can't wait to show you the house.
Can I put that somewhere for you?
Oh, I'll keep it. Thanks.
The house looks fantastic. You've been working too hard, Dora.
The woman never stops.
Well, you know me. I always need some sort of project to be working on. I'm so glad we could finally get together. You can see the whole house. As you can see, there's plenty of room for the girls. I can't wait to show you the bedrooms. They're just so cute. And the koi pond. But later. I'm getting ahead of myself.
It's not enough running the support group, the special ed PTA, and all of Meryl's activities. You know, Henry, she runs the show.
You don't have to tell me. I live with this force of nature.
Well, I can't sit still for 5 minutes. You know me. Besides, if I didn't boss around everybody, some of those people would just sit around and get nothing done. And then they would complain, and complaining doesn't get anyone anywhere.
You're an expert in the bossing area.
She sure is.
Okay. I see way too much of that guy. It's been too long. I have missed you, Natalie.
Has been a while.
You enlarged the picture of the girls at the Ren Fair.
Yeah, I did. What a great day. You remember how cute the girls were at attempting these English accents? Hello, who are you? My name is Carrie, and my name is Meryl. Really, they got really good at it. Carrie especially, she had that accent down. By the end of the day, people thought that she was a part of the fair. She really is a natural at acting.
I remember how she spoke in that accent for a few weeks after that. I missed that outing. I was working on a case.
So, how are things at the firm?
Always busy.
It's remarkable how much you juggle both corporate and special education law.
After everything we went through in kindergarten and first grade, there really wasn't a choice.
You and Eric are heroes. Because of the two of you, real changes were made in the district. You taught me and the entire support group how to advocate for our kids. Before that, I wasn't sleeping for days before those goddamn PPP meetings. All those experts sitting around the table telling me what's best for my Meryl. As if spending a few hours with her and giving her a few tests gives them total authority on how my child should be educated. But with that change, they still couldn't teach Meryl without putting their goddamn hands on her. I couldn't go back to that school.
You made the right choice for Meryl and your family.
Well, it was our only choice.
How about a drink?
I'll just have a water.
Oh, same here.
Water? You sure? This afternoon might require something a bit stronger.
Henry.
Joe? Just a joke, Joe. Seriously, just water?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good with the H2O. Dora, have you painted since the last time I was here?
And had the floors done and updated the kitchen a bit.
Bit. Put in a whole new kitchen.
Well, that kitchen was a nightmare.
It worked for my parents.
The lime green walls and linoleum floors were just a bit outdated. Henry's not a fan of change.
I love change, as long as it doesn't cost me a small fortune. At least you didn't touch the koi pond.
Oh, I will never touch the koi pond. That is sacred space.
You have to see, man. It's so relaxing back there.
I built that with my dad and my brother. Some of those koi are older than Marlon and Meryl.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
I put in a double oven because I know how much Carrie loves to bake. Remember the fantastic chocolate ganache cake that she made for my last birthday? Well, I'm sorry that you couldn't make it, Natalie. We had such a great time. Oh, do you remember the how we ended up playing charades until the wee hours of the morning?
Of course. Do you remember the one that Meryl got me with?
Movie.
Yeah.
2 words.
First word.
What are you doing?
Charades.
Well, I know, but oh, okay. Open, close, open, close.
Arthritis.
Henry, what movie starts with the word arthritis?
Okay, well, careful. Oh, okay, you might break something. Okay.
They're stuck. Try the second word, yeah.
Okay. All right. Second word. Pain, hurt, anger, hate, rage. Oh, war.
War.
Star
Oh.
And that's what Meryl did. And it was perfect. That was great.
That was some performance, Eric. Let me know if you two change your mind. In another life, I was a bartender. Well,
To the hell.
I don't know what the hell to cheer to, but cheers.
To the health and happiness of our girls.
Why don't we include everybody in the family, Dora?
We could all use health and happiness, right?
Cheers.
Cheers.
When was the last time that we were all together? Was it the last year's Christmas party?
I think so.
Yeah, I know, it was 2 Christmases ago.
Wow.
You two missed last year's. The girls had those rum and cokes. They were funny.
You got pretty sick.
It was a rite of passage. They needed to unwind a little with all the therapies they're always going to.
I can think of healthier ways to unwind.
Meryl is enjoying yoga. It's really helping her with her anxiety. My niece Caroline is teaching her. You remember? I mentioned her. She's the person I think that would be really perfect to live here with our girls. And you know, when they get used to living on their own.
Carrie tried yoga for a while, didn't she?
Yeah, but it really wasn't for her. Painting relaxes her.
The koi pond would be the perfect place for her to do her painting.
Maybe.
Well, you must be hungry. I made tapas.
I'll never turn down anything you make.
No, don't do that. Henry, can you help?
Well,
I just relax. Henry, please.
Fine.
Well, as usual, Dora has outdone herself. This house is great, isn't it?
Dora has wonderful taste. Hon, can you just tone it down? Just tone down the cheerleading?
Cheerleading?
Yeah, Dora, this is fantastic. Dora, this is amazing. You don't need to constantly stroke her ego.
I'm not. I just
You
think
are, and I understand that's your role in the friendship. Just for my sake, give it a rest.
You jealous?
You're kidding?
Of course I am.
I'm just, honey, it's exhausting watching you.
Excuse me for complimenting her extremely hard work.
It is beautiful.
I think Carrie could feel at home here.
If it was a bit more cluttered, she feels right at home.
Our girl, the pack rat.
She likes her tchotchkes. We actually went through some things last week. We donated 4 bags to Goodwill. Promise me you will never buy her another stuffed animal.
She loves her stuffed animals. I'll try. That's real progress.
It is.
We should celebrate. Let's have a drink. It wouldn't kill us to relax a bit.
Go ahead, honey. No one's stopping you.
What you got in there? Top secret documents?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Would I?
Not really.
Oh, you have to try this. It tastes expensive.
Like you would know. Fine.
Good?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Natty, you are the most difficult person to please.
But you still keep trying.
I always will. So what's really in the case?
You're so nosy. Dora texted me last week about another family that's having an issue with the school. Surprise, surprise. So I just printed a few documents for them.
Always working.
Never stops.
But at some point, you have to. Dora's right. You have lost some weight.
I will have some wine. Pour me my own glass. A half a glass.
Half a glass. Oh, you're living on the edge, Natty.
Ta-da!
Ah, look at that. It looks just great.
Eric, I think you're Dora's biggest fan.
Henry, stop.
What did I say?
You're being silly.
No, I probably am. When it comes to her cooking, how's the wine, honey?
I see it didn't take long to turn you two over to the dark side.
Good one.
Oh, Henry.
We've never been big drinkers. Remember that last vacation we took? We were in California visiting that vineyard in Napa. Oh, I never saw you look so bored.
They were talking about this great maturing and that great aging. I turned to you and I said, we're on vacation. The last thing I want to think about is getting older.
I love Napa.
When were you two in Napa?
It was 2004.
Before Carrie was born.
Wow.
This was your last vacation?
We've had a weekend here and there when my parents were still alive, but Carrie's not a big traveler.
I've offered to take Carrie over 100 times.
You have?
Of course I have.
Eric, you have a beautiful wife. You got to spend some time alone with her.
Maybe it's time to switch to club soda, Henry.
What?
Well, please, take some tapas.
Oh, hey, speaking of California, Marlon is in his junior year at Stanford.
Well, how's he doing? He must have declared a major.
Free law. Got as far away from the arts as possible.
You could always practice entertainment law.
Well, I could certainly start a list of clients who'll be needing his services in a few years.
Well, what about special education law?
Well, that is totally off his radar. He's never been interested in getting to know Meryl.
How could he? Our house has been a revolving door of therapists. There was never any time to get to know her.
This isn't the time.
When is the time, Dora? You're the one who wants to blend our families. Natalie, Eric, newsflash, we aren't a perfect family.
Henry,
No matter how well you decorate Doreen, there will always be a mess.
well, it is time to switch to club soda.
Just because I speak the truth doesn't mean I'm drunk. Now, let's be honest. This is awkward as hell. We should be planning where our girls are going to college, worried about who they're dating, what they'll be wearing to the prom. And instead, we're trying to figure out if they'll be able to function without us once we're all dead and buried.
Jesus, Henry. I'm sorry, he's got a show opening tonight.
There
He's all
is no
wound up.
need to talk like I'm not sitting right in front of you, Doreen. Huh? You're fucking children.
Well, you could have fooled me.
Dora, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You know, he's right. This is awkward. You just can't tie a ribbon around it and make it look pretty.
Well, I'm not trying to make it look pretty. I'm just trying to make it tolerable. Is that a crime?
Well, of course not.
Sometimes it just makes a bad thing worse.
Well, that certainly isn't my intention.
Well, of course not.
Eric, would you stop?
Stop what?
Stop being so Eric.
What the hell is that supposed to
Well,
mean?
stop trying to fix everything.
Let's just take a break.
You don't try and handle me. I am not your child.
Fine. Fine.
I'm sorry about Henry.
You don't need to apologize for his behavior. Since we're being honest, I'm not so sure I'm 100% on board with this either. I'm not even clear as to what your ultimate goal and objective is.
Goals and objectives. I'm so tired of that
It
language.
does help streamline how to help kids like ours.
Their lives shouldn't be limited to what the psychologists, social workers, and teachers think that they can accomplish. Meryl doesn't thrive in school, but you should see her when she's volunteering at the nursing home. She shines there. She has a heart of gold and her empathy is limitless. And Carrie, her creativity has no boundaries. Her acting, her singing, her artwork is all fantastic. You can't measure someone's heart or creativity. You can't. We have sacrificed too much. We can't reduce their lives to a piece of paper full of goals and objectives. Don't they at least deserve a chance to try and live on their own? Even if they fail, at least we know we did everything for them. Don't they deserve that? Don't we deserve this?
Well, all of us deserve it. It's just scary.
Well, yes, it is. But we are so fortunate to have this house. We can make it real life as possible living here without us. They would have help at the first with the laundry, the cleaning, the food shopping, the paying bills. Eventually, hopefully, they would be able to do it on their own.
That sounds great, but we all know how manipulative Carrie can be.
Well,
You know, if she doesn't want to do something, she'll just get Meryl to do it, or you, honey. You'll swoop in and save her.
No, I wouldn't.
well, no, we would all have to follow some very strict rules and guidelines. Believe me, I'm guilty of being a swooper. Both Eric and I would have to curb our instincts.
I will, Nat.
The girls wouldn't be answering to us. Nope, my niece, Caroline, would be living with them and guiding them and helping them. Then when we all felt that they were ready and they felt ready, then they could try living on their own.
You have certainly thought this through. It sounds like it could, at the very least, give us the answer to our biggest fear. Can our children survive without us?
No, I'll get this. Let's see. I'm gonna go check on Henry. Probably out in the back by the koi pond. Help yourself.
Thanks, Dora. This is a lot to take in.
It is. I need to tell you something. I looked into some group homes and day programs on my own.
When?
That weekend back in February.
When you said you needed a break? When you went to see your college roommate in Massachusetts?
Well, I did see Fiona, but I also looked at some transitional living programs. One was pretty good. There were small apartments. She could have her own room. There was a built-in community. I think Carrie would like it there. She wouldn't get lonely. Another one was run more like an institution.
You lied to me.
Well, I just needed to see the programs.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, we've been putting it off for years. I couldn't wait any longer. I don't have the time. Carrie doesn't have the time. Before every huge decision, meeting a new doctor, a new therapist, starting a new medication, there's all this preparation we go through. The research, the laundry list of questions, I understand its importance. But this time, I needed to just look at those programs without all that prep.
That prep makes us a team.
We are a team. If we had done all this research, we would have talked each other out of going. There isn't any more time.
What's all this talk about time?
Eric, I need to tell you something. It's just...
Well,
Hello. It's just me. I hope it's okay I stopped by. Hi, Eric.
Caroline, hi. This is my wife, Natalie.
I called and texted both Dora and Henry, but they're both must be off.
Guess we should be honored they did that.
This afternoon was important to them. I hope it's been helpful.
It's been interesting. Do you have some time to talk?
Absolutely. I stopped by to meet you, Natalie. I just dropped Meryl off at her house. We had lunch.
The Olive Garden.
Meryl's favorite.
You can't go wrong with a place that has unlimited breadsticks.
I don't mean to be rude, but we'll probably be leaving soon. I'm curious as to why you would want to be involved in this arrangement.
Natalie, that's rude.
Well, Eric, please. You know, I understand why you want to help her. She's family, but Carrie's not. It's a huge time commitment. It's going to be stressful, and it is an enormous responsibility.
I hear what you're saying, Natalie. I've spent quite a bit of time with Carrie since she and Meryl are almost inseparable. I appreciate her sense of humor, her thoughtfulness, and I truly respect how devoted she is to her faith.
That's very kind of you.
Has Dora ever mentioned Iris, her sister, my mother?
No.
Well, she's mentioned them. They aren't close.
My mother, I call her Iris because she's never felt like she was a mother. She just didn't have that maternal instinct. She's never been officially diagnosed, but I'm pretty certain she has some form of autism. She'd be considered high functioning, whatever that means. She always kept a roof over our heads and held down a job. She just couldn't care for me. When Dora and Henry realized this, they took care of me. Can't remember a time they weren't there for me.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, what about your father?
He's never been in the picture.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, but why would you want to take on all this responsibility?
Natalie?
I get it. It's important to me that you both understand why I want to do this. I love Iris. I had to do a lot of work to get to the point where I could say that. Years of therapy, of practicing of forgiveness and acceptance in my yoga. I ran away from home, got into trouble, done things I am not proud of. But I always had a home with Dora and Henry. They gave me the space to make mistakes. Because of their guidance, I have my own apartment, can pay my own bills, take care of my health and well-being. I mean, because of them, I know what a loving home is. So, certainly not perfect, but what family is.
I'm so sorry you've had such a hard time.
It's okay, I understand the struggle of feeling different, feeling lost and like you don't fit in. It may sound odd, but in order to honor the work that I've done, I feel the need to support others who feel the same. It's not about owing Dora or Henry, it's about continuing to heal myself. When I help others, I feel better.
You mean like an AA sponsor?
Something similar to that.
Well, that's like all the free legal counsel you've done. How many pro bono cases have you taken on?
More than I can count. My intention wasn't to persuade you, I just really wanted to meet you.
I'm glad you did.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, Henry is nowhere to be found. Hi, Lovey. Woody, is everything okay?
Hi, Auntie. All is fine. Just stopped by to say hello. Lunch went great. I am going to get going. So good to meet you. Good to see you, Eric.
Yes.
Okay, take care. Thank you.
Okay.
Would it be okay if I hugged you?
Sure.
Okay. See you soon.
Bye, honey.
I know you're going to say I'm cheerleading, but she's pretty incredible.
Oh, she is amazing. I agree with you.
Her strength is incredible. It really is.
We should get going soon.
No, can you stay just for a few more minutes? I would love for you to see the rest of the house. Eric, you've seen it. Natalie, let me give you the grand tour. It'll only take a few minutes, I promise. The backyard is so relaxing. You have to see the pond.
Go. afraid I'll snoop.
What? No, I told you I got paperwork for Dora.
If Henry decides to show his face, ignore him.
Yeah. Okay. Dear God.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, you get used to the awfulness of it, like everything else in life.
I'd make a terrible alcoholic.
Is there any other kind? Here, let me, gin and tonic?
Sure.
Tonic is sweet. You need that to get through the bitterness. But you know that all too well. Yeah. See how you like that.
Nice. Look, a bit strong.
Is it a good year?
Huh?
Yeah. Forget it. Bad joke.
It tastes better than it smells.
Yeah, that's the tonic. Sweetens it up. Spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down, my friend. So where are the women?
Oh, Dora's giving Nat the tour.
Oh, grand tour, huh? Dora has put her eggs in one basket, hasn't she?
Well, how so?
Well, do you think Natalie is ever going to agree to this arrangement?
It's not only her choice. She went off looking for alternative housing without me. We're supposed to be a team. I'll take another.
You may want to let that first one settle in.
I already have a mother.
Fair enough.
She worked hard,
Pardon?
putting this house together, making it a home for the girls.
Yeah. Once that woman has something in her head, you can't stop her. I hardly recognize this house now. That wall over there, that used to be filled with family pictures. Mom was always snapping pictures of us. She was either cooking up a storm or snapping photos. She was a true artist. Back then, you know, when your parents wanted a picture, you goddamn smiled and they took the picture. None of that bullshit that goes on today. Oh, no pictures, no pictures, no pictures. It's not like I'm the goddamn paparazzi.
True, but we didn't have to deal with Facebook. I mean, Instagram, and God knows what else. I can't keep track.
That's a different world.
It must be nice to still have your childhood home. I had to sell mine when we moved Mom into the harbor, the assisted living.
My mom and dad were lucky. They both were able to stay here until they passed. It's been almost 10 years now. Anyway, I wanted to sell it, but Dora encouraged me to hold on to it. We rented it out for a while. I thought Marlon could move in for a bit after college, but I doubt he'll ever come back to the East Coast. I think her motive was always to have Meryl end up here. She's always thinking ahead.
Well, with kids like ours, you have to.
I guess.
This neighborhood seems like a nice place to grow up.
Oh, man. The best. Most moms stayed home. Dads went to work. My dad, he was gone every day. He traveled a lot too. He'd be gone for a couple of days at a time. He'd come back. I'd say, Dad, where were you? He'd say, Albany. Next week, go away for a day or two. Come back. I'd say, where were you? He'd say, Albany. I'd try again. He'd come back from another trip. Dad, where'd you go? Albany. I'd say, no, you were not. I was wise to this by now. He'd say, no, really. I was in Albany. That was the thing. All dads did it back then. Had to go out and make a living. We had it most weekends. That's when we made that koi pond out back.
Oh, that koi pond is a masterpiece.
It's something. Where'd you grow up?
Oxford, on a very small farm. Until I went to kindergarten, most of my friends were horses.
Horses are fantastic.
They were a chore, but they were the best friends. The best one was Lightning. I'd be up before light feeding him, cleaning his stall, brushing him, and then after breakfast we would just ride. Sometimes I didn't even know where we were going. I'd get lost, but Lightning would get us home. Smartest horse ever. Better than any GPS. Mom and Dad never had to worry about me when I was with him.
There you go. I'd take a horse over a GPS any day. Or a person, for that matter.
They are amazing creatures. These really go to your head.
Oh. Buzzed already. Yeah, it'd take me 5 or 6 of those to feel anything. Dora always thinks I'm drunk, but mostly I'm just angry.
Angry?
Hell yeah. We've been robbed. We had girls. The better of the species. I couldn't wait to be a dad. Marlon was so much fun, and then we found out we were having a girl. Oh, I was going to bring her to the theater, teach her all about it. Jesus Christ. Just go to a father-daughter dance. She wants nothing to do with me.
I'm sure that's not true.
It's true. I envy you. Barry wants to be with you.
Maybe a little too much. You know, sometimes it feels like a competition between Nat and me. When Nat gets home from work and I ask Carrie to share what she's done during the day, or something we might have found on one of our walks, she just gets frustrated and retreats to her room. The look on Nat's face, it just kills me.
That's rough on Natalie. There's no therapy that teaches your kid to love you. I got a kid living under my roof who can't stand to be with me, and another that moves thousands of miles away because he knows his mother can't stand to be with him.
Dora loves Marlon. She's always talking about his accomplishments, his grades, his internship. She's very proud of him.
Yeah, of course she is. But he's more than just his accomplishments. She can't stand to be with him. He reminds her too much of what Meryl isn't. He doesn't know what to do with it. He just doesn't need to fix it. Not yet, anyway.
I thought Matt and I were a team.
Team? What the hell's that?
I don't know anymore.
How long have you two been together?
19 years.
Almost at the 20 line.
Is there a line?
If there's a line, I crossed it once too many times.
Crossed it?
Ever go off the beaten path?
Meaning,
In with anyone else?
oh, hell no!
Good man.
You?
Dora and I have this shitty understanding. I do what I do, and she does what she does.
Dora cheats?
No. Then I might actually have a chance.
I don't get it.
Autism. Her love is autism.
Dora does not love autism.
I'm not saying it right, am I? This doesn't help. She is obsessed with finding a cure for something that's incurable.
She knows it doesn't work like that. There's no cure.
Sure, in her mind she knows that, but right here, she's still looking for that miracle.
Aren't we all?
I'm not. They are who they are.
Part of being human is always searching for perfection.
Being human sucks.
You have another option?
Yeah. Being a horse.
I'll drink to that. To horses.
To horses. And to our girls. All four of them. To their strengths and weaknesses.
I'm just going to close my eyes for just a minute.
Go for it. Maybe we're the ones with the problem. Maybe we feel too much. Or not enough.
So, the yard, it's very manageable. Meryl enjoyed choosing the flowers and the plants. This is practically the only thing I didn't change. It was my mother-in-law's favorite spot. It's also where Henry proposed to me.
It is a special spot. They are such odd-looking creatures.
They are. Meryl loves them. I think they remind her of herself. They have those big, expressive eyes like hers. And she loves the water. She's definitely an odd creature.
Who isn't really?
True. I guess some of us hide our oddities better than others.
I can see Carrie being very comfortable here, feeling at home.
I'm glad to hear it.
You chose the perfect colors for her room.
Oh no, I hope you don't mind, but I asked her to choose the colors. So she I didn't tell her why, I just asked for her assistance.
That was smart. She has always been so conscious of color. When she was 4, I remember she refused to wear anything without a pattern or a print. It was like it hurt her eyes. And then, when she was about 8, she would only wear green. It was either green or go naked. And now, it's black and purple.
Our girls, they've always known exactly what they wanted, and they haven't been afraid of voicing it.
That's a very diplomatic way of putting it.
You mean instead of saying they're just big old pains in the asses?
Now you hit the nail on the head.
I did, didn't I? Oh. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Why did you stop going to the support group?
Me, you have to ask. You don't remember my breakdown, my meltdown, whatever you want to call it.
No, you mean the night that you said a few things to Becky Moyers?
Oh, you're always a
No,
diplomat.
you said what the rest of us were thinking.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, she was being ridiculous. Spewing all that nonsense about how blessed she was to have such a special child. But she was so honored to be his mother. You were right. He's living in a fantasy world.
You remember that almost word for word.
Well, it needed to be said.
I don't know. Certainly wasn't my place to tell her how she should feel. It was cruel.
I mean, you're human, Natalie. No one expects perfection.
What I said was unforgivable. You know, I said it because I was jealous.
Why? Daniel has so many more needs than our girls, he'll never be able to live on his own. Becky and Tom will eventually have to put him into a facility, if they're lucky enough to find one.
Probably they will. I was jealous of how much he enjoyed being with her. He was always so sweet to her, always giving her hugs. He had a strong bond, a real connection. It was so hard for me to go home to Carrie screaming and hitting.
Well, that wasn't because she didn't have a bond with you. That was the awful program that the school had her in. You and Eric fought tooth and nail to get rid of that, and once they implemented the proper ABA therapist and the mentoring program, Carrie turned a corner. There has been so much growth.
All the fighting we've had to do, it's changed us.
Yes, it has.
I'm not who I used to be. If Eric had to give up his horse training business to be home with Carrie, you gave up the theater. And Henry's obviously in pain. Then there's Rebecca and Tom. Yes, their son will never live on his own, and that is tragic, but maybe because they know there's only so much they can do for him, it's easier to accept him and love him. Maybe there's a part of him that feels that.
Carrie loves you very much.
Yes. She makes me beautiful pieces of art and she writes me sweet notes, but we have never had a conversation that's lasted longer than 10 minutes. She won't spend any time with me.
Well, I mean, she's a teenager, Natalie.
She's autistic.
Yeah, well, can't tell the difference between whether it's autism or teenager behavior.
Both brains don't make much sense.
That's true. believe the sky is the limit for our girls, and their brains are still developing. We can open up new pathways with new programs and new therapies. We can always count on that.
Yeah, we can always count on new and expensive therapies. Always a new book to read, a new family that needs help, and another school to sue. It never ends.
I think Meryl and Carrie can have a full and productive life with some extra support.
Always with support.
Look,
You know, what happens when the support runs out?
well, it's our job to make sure that it doesn't. We are extremely fortunate that Caroline is willing to help.
We are. Caroline mentioned your sister. Her mother?
Iris has not had an easy life. You know, she's never had a friend, not one friend.
That's really sad.
I used to take Meryl to the playground and just watch the other children. It was so easy for them to play together, but for me it was like watching something magical. Meryl would sit there all alone in the sandbox, and she would just watch the kids, and I knew that she wanted to play with them. She just didn't know how. I would actually pray. Me pray. But I did. That she would have just one friend, and when she met Carrie, and Carrie was so patient and forgiving with her, well, I can't tell you how thankful I was. And that I am for their friendship.
You've always been so good to Carrie.
Oh my God. Carrie has been so good for Meryl. I'm fully aware that this arrangement might not work out. But we have this window of opportunity, this small little time when they're still willing to listen to us. The very least, this may help get them started on the right path.
What happens when we run out of time?
I can't think about that.
I brought the paperwork you asked for.
Oh, you're a godsend. Dan and Lori can't afford a lawyer, but this is going to be really good for them.
You can always call me.
Well, no, I know, but I hate putting you out.
Use me while you can.
No, you are not leaving special education law.
No.
Thank goodness. You are so fantastic at it. You're an advocate for the families. They need you.
You wanted to know my secret?
Secret?
My weight loss?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that.
I have cancer. It's uterine stage 4. I've been managing it with pain meds, but soon I won't be able to practice anymore.
Eric didn't say anything. I mean, of course it's private, it's between the two of you, but I could have helped, I would have helped. I mean, I can help you. I don't, I don't know how the two of you would hold it together.
Eric doesn't know. I just couldn't burden him with it. We are in such shaky ground. He has to make sure Carrie is keeping up with her schoolwork, her volunteer job, taking her meds, getting her to therapy on time, balancing everything is a full-time job. I couldn't add one more thing to his plate. It has taken us so long to get us to this place. Carrie is in such a good place.
Eric would want to be there for you.
That's just it. If he shifts his focus off Carrie for just a moment, everything could fall apart. Everything he has worked so hard to keep in check and manage. To care for me, he'd have to split himself in two. And Eric, he's so good. He would do it. He would end up killing Eric and both of us.
You two aren't alone.
A long time ago, Eric and I came to the conclusion that Carrie only had us. His parents were older. Mine lived too far to help out. And the extended family just didn't get Carrie. The mood swings, the cursing, the tantrums. It was just easier when it was just the three of us. Then we didn't have to deal with the eye rolling, the advice we never asked for, or the family gatherings that ended in tears and screams. It's been exhausting, but we've managed.
But you don't have to do this alone. What do you need?
I don't know. I bought copies of the mortgage. It's almost paid off. Got a 401k, life insurance. The will is up to date. And the paperwork for disability is filled out.
Okay.
I think I need to go away.
For treatment?
No.
Natalie, why would you go away?
Can't make Eric choose between taking care of me or
He
Carrie.
doesn't have to choose. I can help. Henry and I can help. The group can help. They love Eric and you. They can take Carrie for a while. We'll get a meal train.
Well,
going.
it's too late! I needed that kind of help years ago! When Carrie was diagnosed, when we told family about her condition, not one person offered us anything, not a meal, not a phone call. If I told one person about the cancer, my voicemail would be full. There would be meals at my door, and there'd be someone offering to clean my goddamn house. We have been living with autism for 15 years and not one goddamn offer of help. It's too late.
Only the people who are living with this can truly understand.
We have been slaves to this. Every part of our lives have been dictated by it. How I parented, my career, who my friends are, what family members I speak to, what I eat. Last, but certainly not least, my marriage. I am a ghost of who I was. I am finally going to choose something, and I choose to die. Oh, God. Oh. They nibble.
They do?
They certainly are. Oh, God. Oh, they are funny looking.
They are.
Oh, God. They're just looking up at me with those big eyes. Like they know all.
Oh,
You must think I'm crazy.
not at all. I believe the koi know all.
You think of everything.
Obviously not everything.
You'll take care of Eric.
I'll take care of Eric. And Carrie. And you.
You caught me.
I did.
I'm putting it down and walking away from the clutter.
Thank you.
This is quite a mess.
It is. I'm trying a new strategy. Instead of reminding the girls, I'm seeing how long it will take for them to clean this place up on their own.
What day are you on?
Day 2.
Wow. Carrie asked for her holiday decorations. She wanted to put up some decorations for the 4th.
Fantastic. I will use this as an incentive. There will be no decorating until this place is cleaned up.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I forgot.
I can see why. Hi, Caroline.
Good to see you.
Caroline's trying a new tactic with the girls. Experimenting with a new strategy.
The girls seem to be pretty prompt dependent, so I'm seeing how long it will take for them to clean this place up on their own.
I guess we're all doing some experimenting these days.
You started the new medication?
I did.
How's it going?
Makes me tired and cranky.
Look, you should sit down. You should be taking a pill. You're a few minutes behind schedule.
Great.
Look, I'll get you some water.
Please don't touch the dishes in the sink.
I promise.
I'm going to apologize in advance. He's most likely going to sneak a few dishes into the dishwasher. Can't help himself.
I would actually appreciate that. It's disgusting in there.
How are you?
Tired and cranky.
Oh, no, and there's no bright light or tunnel in your near future? I'm so sorry. That was way too dark. In therapy, we're working on ways to add more humor into our relationship. I'm learning I'm not very funny. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine.
And Caroline, it's okay to tell me if things aren't fine.
I know.
This is a lot.
It is.
Is it too much?
No, absolutely not. It's just been a few weeks. We're still working out all the kinks.
Carrie comes with an awful lot of kinks.
We all do. I just have to get them into a routine, and they need to have more accountability.
How are things really been? Please, don't sugarcoat it. Everyone's been walking on eggshells. They can't handle things. I can handle things.
Are you sure?
Yes, I need to know what's really going on.
During the week, they're pretty good. They have their routine. Carrie's still struggling to get out of bed and open her bus on time. I had to drive her to the Petco twice this week. But she had to explain to her supervisor why she was late. She gets up fine on the day she has art class.
I'm not surprised. Make sure you make a note of how much gas you use for the end of the month reimbursement.
She's irritating Meryl a little bit by not putting her toothpaste and toothbrush back in the same spot. But, I mean, that's regular stuff. For the most part, the girls get along fine. I must admit that on the weekends, getting them both to do the cleaning and food shopping is like hurting cats.
What time are you going shopping? Weekends are like very busy and loud and a big Y.
Carrie let me know about that. We go around 7 p.m. Try to have chores done by 11 a.m. so they have a full day of free time.
I must admit, it's hard for me to get out of bed for cleaning and shopping. Has Dora been over lately?
She has strict orders not to stop by for a quick visit. She has to call first.
Yeah, smart. She would have a heart attack if she saw this place. Is there anything we can do for you? Can we order you dinner, maybe Chinese or pizza?
It's taco night, but I don't know if I can face that kitchen.
Are you going to sit down?
It's 4:15.
Okay,
I got you your water.
thank you.
It's time to take your medication.
Okay, honey, I will in a minute. So why don't we order tacos for all of you? There's a great place not too far
The
away.
guidelines very clearly state to take the medication every 6 hours.
And I've been doing that.
It's a quarter after.
When I'm finished talking with Caroline, I'll use the water you so generously got for me and take the pill.
The study clearly states
Are you
that-
a broken record? I know what it states. You don't have to make me feel like a fucking lab rat. I will take the goddamn pill in a minute.
Should I?
No. I'm sorry. Clearly we have our own kinks to work out. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna take this back to the kitchen. Don't think I need to add to this mess.
I wonder what mess he's referring to.
I think I will take up on that takeout.
You made enough food for an army.
That's what my dad used to say to my mom. Judy, did you think you were feeding a cavalry? There's enough food for an army. They would have loved if you had been here tonight. See Merrill cooking.
I'll put your leftovers right here.
Thanks. Hey, how are you?
Fine. Damn it, I can't remember which is yours and which is ours.
Not to worry. All is okay.
I'm not sure if you were supposed to get the ones with the hearts or the stars, and I can't tell.
All will be fine.
Meryl specifically wanted Natalie to have some of her cranberry sauce.
Open a lid.
I had it all in order. How the hell did I get this so mixed up?
I can't remember the last time that I wore an apron. I don't think I've ever worn an apron. It's adorable. Carrie made it.
It suits you.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Just that you look beautiful in it.
Henry, you're such a sweet talker. You know, she could sell these aprons online, don't you think so, Eric?
So what?
The apron.
Oh, yeah, it looks nice. Hey, did you two happen to notice how much Nat ate at dinner tonight?
No, but if she ate nearly as much as I did, whew, she's won't need to eat for a week. Oh, I'm so sorry, and that was insensitive. I've had too much wine, and the evening has been just so lovely.
Has it?
Well, I thought so. The girls made such a beautiful meal. Oh, you could just see how proud they were. They were so lively and talkative. Such a joy to be with, weren't they, Henry?
It was a lovely evening.
The world doesn't revolve around the girls.
Eric, you okay?
No, I don't think I am. Where is Natalie?
She's with Carrie. Carrie wanted to show her her mural that she painted in her room.
That's nice.
It is really nice, it's beautiful.
I kept watching her, you know. She wasn't eating, she was just pushing food around the plate. I couldn't help but think, is this our last Thanksgiving? When will our last holiday be together? What will it be like when she's gone?
I'm so sorry. I'm extremely selfish. I've just been focusing on how well the girls and I have been doing lately.
I can't sleep. I'm afraid when I wake up, she will have left me.
That's rough.
You two still have some time.
You can't say that. You don't know.
You're right. Well, I'm learning that we don't have control over very much. Something Caroline has taught me and continues to teach me is that to do your best to just in the moment. I know that seems almost impossible, but especially for us, we have always had to be thinking too many steps ahead.
That does sound impossible.
Eric, you know me. You know how hard it is for me to sit still, but try this. So feel your feet on the earth and breathe. Feel your feet. Feel your feet. Now take a deep breath. It's so important to be in the moment. Just take a deep breath.
Eric, you have to go see the mural Carrie painted. It is absolutely beautiful. She painted the landscape of our backyard. I feel like I'm in our backyard. She even painted that cute red swing that you hung for her in our oak tree. Everything okay?
Yeah, hon, I'm just tired.
But before we go, you have to see the mural.
Of course.
Auntie? Is all really okay?
No. No, all is really not okay.
I got a text from Carrie. The Uber dropped her off safe and sound back at the house.
Good.
It was nice having her here this afternoon.
It was.
She seems good.
She does.
I think she's happy.
I think so too, honey. We did all right.
We're still doing all right. Are all these for Carrie?
They are. I just finished wrapping.
You went a little overboard this year.
They're not all for this year. They're labeled You'll know what to do.
Okay, ready for your pill?
My grandmother gave me this. She said it was my guardian angel. She said it would keep me safe.
It's nice.
It is. I'm giving it to Carrie. I'm hoping she might want to pass it on, make it a tradition. We should have had more traditions.
We were busy keeping our heads above water.
That's true. We did it our best. He smells good. Mint?
Your favorite.
No more honey.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Ring the bell again. Mom's here. I'll ask what you should do. Marlon says Eric's not answering, and he doesn't see a car in the garage.
No.
Here's Mom. She'll know what to do.
Hi, sweetie. Well, he probably just went on ahead to the funeral home. No, he didn't call. I'll call his cell soon as we get off the phone. No. I don't think we need to get the police involved. I think he just, well, he's grieving. And sometimes you forget things. Marlon, I just want to thank you for being here. You've been a huge help. Okay. We'll see you at the funeral home. I love you.
That was nice.
Thank you. What was?
What you just said to Marlon. How helpful he's been.
Well, he has. Taking the girls out. Stayed with them when we needed to make the arrangements. He's a good man. Like his father.
I don't know about that.
Oh, you are. I have to call Eric.
Everything okay?
Eric seems to be MIA.
MIA.
Marlon went to pick him up, and he's not at the house.
Hi, Eric. It's me, honey. I'm just wondering where you are. I'm hoping that you're okay. I mean, as okay as you possibly can be today. I'm just a little worried you weren't at the house. Marlon stopped by to get you. Please, text or call. But if you need some time, that's fine. Nothing will start without you, okay? Bye. What to do?
What's that for, Caroline?
Oh, Carrie was doing some research last night. She found out some religions placed sheets over the mirrors. She wanted to do that, so I told her we would.
Eric, I can't cry right now. I have to hold it together.
I'll help you.
Eric? I tried calling you. You weren't at the house. Marlon stopped by.
I know.
Okay.
Well, I forgot I hadn't got some shoes. I couldn't very well wear these.
You would, whatever you would have worn would have been just fine.
It was only a few months ago, and it just feels like a lifetime now.
A lot has happened.
I wasn't sure which was best, black or brown.
Why don't you sit down and we'll sit down.
I couldn't sleep last night. You know, she made me feel like I mattered. She made me laugh. She got me. I was thinking about all those meetings that we had. We went to school, the ones where we were all making sure Carrie was reaching her goals and objectives. I was practically invisible in those meetings. No one hardly ever looked at me, let alone addressed me. Usually at some point in every meeting, Natalie would turn to me and say, "Eric, you're the father, and the reason Carrie is still functioning at the level that she is. Is there anything you would like to add?" There was this one meeting, I think Carrie was in 2nd grade. Their heads were all in their paperwork. Natalie got so mad. She turned to this group of about 10 people, administrators, the psychologist, the occupational therapist, the whole team, and said, "You know, Eric may be a stay-at-home father, but he's not just sitting at home eating bonbons." The looks on their faces was priceless. I don't know how we held it together for the rest of that meeting. We walked out of there and just lost it, just burst out laughing right in front of the building. I'm sure they heard us. We didn't care. We went out and celebrated. Had such a great lunch that day. We just laughed and laughed. From that day on, at least once a week she'd call or text, "You're not eating bonbons, are you?" So, she was funny. She was wicked and funny. Last night I was thinking about one of the last things she said to me. She wanted to reassure me that no one in our side of the family ever had cancer. She said something strange. She said she didn't mean to get cancer.
She was on a lot of medication.
No, not at the end. She wanted to be clear. I think what she meant was that all the extra stress we had with Carrie, the never-ending fights with the school, dealing with the insurance companies, the years we felt like we were living with a ticking time bomb, she took it all in. Then her work and all those parents that came to her with their stories, she took that on too. She never got a break. Her mind, her body never got a break. Fighting day after day a system that doesn't care. Worried about your child, how will she manage without you? It takes a toll. Where do you put all those feelings?